A very good morning, girls. I hope all of you are fine and safe. Welcome back to yet another session of your English class. So, today I would like to begin my class giving you all this quote. Never regret a day in your life. Good days give you happiness, and bad days give you experience. This quote is true in all of our life. We should never regret about any day. Every day, every beginning has something in store for you. We all tend to remember our joyful days, our cheerful days. Why? Because it gives you a lot of happiness when you think about it. But we never want to think about our bad days or some unlucky day. Why? Because it may fill you with tears, you may get emotional. But that bad day has taught you some experience in your life which you should never forget. So, whether it is a good day or a bad day, take it positively. So, with this, let us begin today's class. So, in today's class, I will be just brushing up things for you all before we get into our textbook properly. So, this is very important part of English, that is English grammar, where parts of speech you are studying this content from your maybe your schooling, that is your first standard, second standard onwards, you are learning the parts of speech. So, what are the parts of speech? So there are 8 parts of speech beginning with the noun, the pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, conjunction, preposition, and interjection. So these are the 8 parts of speech that I will be giving or I'll be telling you all what is the role of these parts of speech in your day to day life. Okay, so moving on, we will see what is a noun. So, this is very common, all of you know about it. Noun, it identifies the name of a person, place, animal, or thing. So, these are the kinds of noun. The common noun, proper noun, collective noun, abstract noun, material noun. So the examples are given. So a common noun is nothing but the noun is a word used in the class of a person, place, example. It is the common words that we use every day. Car, man, tree, house. This is a common noun. Proper noun. A proper noun is the name of a person, place, or thing. A proper noun always starts with a capital letter. A proper noun, it may suggest in particular the name of a person, place, or thing. Collective noun. A collective noun is the word used for a group of people or thing. When we are speaking about a team, okay, that is called, the word itself says collective when the whole is put together. Okay, next, abstract noun. Abstract nouns are ideas, feelings, or qualities. Example, love, hate, kindness. The example itself speaks about what this abstract noun is all about. Material noun. Material noun is the name of a material or a substance or an ingredient of an alloy. So, calcium, gold, silver, platinum, all these are material noun. So, these are the kinds of noun. I will not be teaching you all anything in detail because I definitely know that you all have come through this. Okay, so I'm just brushing up your knowledge as to what a noun is, what are the kinds of noun. Next, the pronoun. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word used instead of a noun to avoid the repetition of noun. It is used instead of a noun. A pronoun is used instead of a noun. I can give you this example. Ram is a good boy. Ram is also a studious boy. Instead of using the noun Ram again and again in a sentence, I will use the pronoun he. Ram is a good boy. He is also a studious boy. So instead of using the noun again and again, I am using the pronoun. Okay. So these are the uh, this is personal pronouns. There are 4 different pronouns. Personal pronouns, indefinite pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, and interrogative pronouns. You will be learning in detail about the pronouns in your second year. Okay, next, moving on. Adjective. Adjective is a word that describes the quality of a noun. It tells you something about the noun. So it just qualifies the noun. Qualifies means it adds on. So when you are speaking about a person, we can tell whether the person is short, tall, thin, fat. So that quality of telling about a person, whether he is tall, short, thin or fat, that particular thing is called as an adjective. So when you are telling it is a rainy day, you are telling what kind of a day it is. It is a rainy day, a sunny day, a very cold day. So you are speaking about the quality. That is an adjective. Next, so these are the types of adjectives. You just know: adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, demonstrative adjectives, distributive adjectives, possessive adjectives, exclamatory adjectives, and interrogative adjectives. Just know. Then verb. Verb, you use it every day, okay, in your writing. In it may be any subject. You use this action every day. So verb is nothing but it describes the action or the state of doing something. So example I can give you: he is running. Running is the verb. So every sentence must have a verb. So every sentence, it is compulsory to have a verb. So there are kinds of verbs, that is action verb and connecting verb. So action verb is nothing but action verbs expresses a mental or a physical action. So the actions that you're doing mentally or physically is called as the action verbs. Linking verbs make a statement by connecting the subject with the word that describes or explains it. He has been. So that connecting is called as the linking verbs. So you should know what a verb is. Next, adverb. Adverb is a word which usually describes a verb or adjective. It tells you how something is done. It may also tell you when or where something happens. Example, okay, it modifies or describes a verb or another adverb. So, he ran quickly. Quick is the adjective. How did he run? He ran quickly. When did she leave? She left yesterday. So the things in the blue are the adverbs. Where did they, when we went there. Where did you all go? We went there. It was too hot. So you are telling the degree or how hot it was. So that is the adverb. So adverb, I repeat, it is a word which usually describes a verb or an adjective. It tells you how something is done. Okay. Next, prepositions. This is going to be very important because you have a unit in the articulation book, in your grammar book, that is preposition, which comes for around 4 marks or sometimes 2 marks. So this part is very important. I will be doing with the prepositions in detail as the days go by. Okay, so we'll see what is a preposition. A preposition introduces a noun or a pronoun or a phrase or a clause functioning in the sentence as a noun. The word or word group that preposition introduces is its object. In simple words, if I can tell you, preposition joins the noun to some other part of the sentence. Okay, example, the book is on the table. The book is a phrase, the table is another object. So where is the book? The book is on the table. So it joins two words or a phrase to another part of the sentence. So these joining words which connects two phrases together is called as a preposition. Next, the children climbed the mountain without fear. So how did the children climb the mountain? They climbed without fear. So that word that joins the complete sentence is called as a preposition. Next, The preposition never stands alone. So all this in detail you will be learning when it comes to that particular topic, preposition. Next, some common prepositions that are used. All this is given in your textbook, the articulation in detail. Okay. Conjunction. A conjunction is nothing but the word that joins a word or a group of words. Okay. Example: and, either, or, neither, nor. So even this conjunction you will be studying in detail in your second year. It is with the name linkers, where you are studying it in detail. Okay. Next, interjection. Interjection is nothing but it expresses sudden or strong emotions or feeling. When you say, oh my god, something has happened, so that strong expression of yourself is called as the interjection. So what I want you all to do is, you will write all these, you will write parts of speech in your notes. You will write parts of speech, and you will write there are 8 parts of speech, and you will put point number 1, 2, 3, and you will write all the 8 parts of speech with the examples that are given in the PPT. Okay, you will do this in your notes, okay, in the grammar part. Next, this topic is very important, the figures of speech. It is completely different from the parts of speech. Most of the students get confused with the parts of speech and figures of speech. When I ask parts of speech, they start telling about they start speaking about the figures of speech. So what is a figure of speech? It is a word or a phrase that processes a separate meaning from its literal definition. It can be a metaphor or a simile designed to make comparison. It can be a repetition of alliteration or exaggeration of hyperbole, only to provide a dramatic effect. So why figures of speech are used is only to bring out that dramatic effect in any given sentence or anywhere. Okay, in reality there are a wealth of these literary tools in English language. Let us start exploring some of the most common ones in the figures of speech. Before that, figure of speech lend themselves particularly well to literature or poetry. They also pack a punch in speeches and in movie line. Indeed, these tools abound in nearly every corner of our life. So we use figures of speech every day in our life. Okay, just that we don't identify them. Okay, we will see some figures of speech which are commonly used, which you already know, which will be there in the textbooks. So the first one is a simile. So what is a simile? All of you have studied simile. Simile is nothing but it is a direct stated comparison between two unlike person or things. Example: his mind is, when I say his mind is like a sponge, what do I mean? So instead of me telling he observes things quickly, I am using the word sponge and I am relating to his mind, where I am telling his mind is observing things like a sponge. So why to a sponge is because when there's a lot of water, when you use the sponge, it absorbs the water quickly, so that it will be easy work for you to quickly clear the stuff of water. So here I am comparing your mind to a sponge. So I am directly comparing your mind is like a sponge. So when you use the word like or as, that is called as a simile. So I can tell you, not you literally. Example: you are blind like a bat. Okay, you are as cunning as a fox. You are as tall as a giraffe. You are sweet like a honey. When I am telling all this, I am comparing you to something else. Okay, that direct comparison is called as a simile. Next, metaphor. Metaphor is nothing but it is an implied comparison between two unlike things that are alike in the way they are identified. Unlike simile, no expressions are used to show the comparison. So when you see simile and metaphor, it is just the comparison that we make. but in simile we use the words as and like. But whereas in metaphor we don't use the words as and like, but we make both as one. We are directly telling or making both as one. So in the previous example I told you, his mind observes like a sponge. But whereas when it comes to metaphor, I can tell his mind is a sponge. Okay, I am not comparing or telling his mind is like a sponge. Instead, in metaphor, I am telling his mind is a sponge. So that is the difference that you find between simile and metaphor. So example, in the dark night, the city lights are glimmering fireflies. So you've seen the fireflies in the night. It emits light. Okay. So I am not comparing the city lights to the fireflies. Instead, I am making the city lights to be the glimmering fireflies. So that you are not comparing using the words as and like, but you are making a implied comparison where you are making both as same. Okay. Next, personification leads human qualities to things that are not human: animals, plants, inanimate objects, and abstraction. So, what is this? Personification is nothing but you are giving human qualities, the human emotions, to inanimate and lifeless objects. For example, if I give you, we will walk, will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. Can the spider and the fly speak? No. They already have life, but we are making it even more, we are taking it to another level where the spider is inviting the fly into the parlor. So I can give you more examples. The flowers nodded. Can the flowers nod? No. But I am giving the human quality to the flower when I'm telling the flowers are nodding. Then the thunder grumbled. Can the thunder and the lightning? So the thunder, can it grumble? No, but I am giving the human quality of grumbling to the thunder. The wind howled. Who howls? It's only the fox. Okay, but here I'm telling the wind howled. Okay, the walls have eyes and ears. Do the walls have eyes and ears? Do they listen? No, but I am giving the human quality of the eyes and the ears. So I want all of you to write all these examples along with the definitions in your notes after writing the parts of speech. It will be very important to you, because as we go into the textbook, you may find simile, metaphor, or personification being told to you all, okay, in the poem or in the lessons or anything. So it is very important that you understand what these are before we get into the text properly. Okay, so please write it in your notes. And most of you were asking what the notes is all about. Please keep a 200 pages ruled notebook. Okay, the first you keep the last 25 pages of your book for the grammar purpose. Okay, where you can start writing. You can keep it at the end, or you can begin from the first page writing the parts of speech, no problem. You can use blue or black pen. Don't use both the pens. You write the heading in black and start writing. I don't like that. Just continue writing in one particular pen. Maintain your notebooks neatly, and start buying your textbook also, because from the next class I will be beginning with the very first chapter in your textbook, that is the Gentleman of the Jungle. So with giving you all these information, we come to the end of today's session. Thank you. God bless you. Stay home, stay safe. Any doubts, please do text me, and your attendance to be in the comment section of the YouTube link. Okay, thank you girls. God bless.